semi-automatic pistols have ruled the roost when it comes to self-defense guns in recent years, but concealed carry revolvers still hold their own when push comes to shove. The time-tested design is offered in some excellent self-defense calibers, is straightforward in operation, and is as dependable as the next day's dawn. And there are some top-notch and well-thought-out options in the revolver market tailor-made to hang ever ready on your gun belt and deliver when called upon. Smith Wesson Performance Center 442. Hand-assembled and tuned to perfection, the .38 Special is the epitome of a serious concealed carry revolver, a cut above most everything on the market today. Smith Wesson has trimmed down the weight of the 442 to a scant 15 ounces unloaded, mainly thanks to an aluminum alloy frame. Yet, boasting a polished 5-chamber stainless steel cylinder, the P-rated .38 is more than up for rough EDC treatment. But is it on target? At 15 yards in, where it would most likely be employed? Absolutely. Expediting the 1.875-inch barreled gun's target acquisition is a factory-installed Crimson Trace laser grip, which activates when you grip the revolver's rounded butt. Of course, there's a ramp front and integral rear sights for backup. By the way, the Dow, double-action only, PC442 comes sans an internal locking mechanism, always a plus when talking SW. Ruger LCRX 3-inch .357 Magnum. Hate to break it to you, size matters. Too short in the barrel department, and the better part of that powder you're burning deflagrates in thin air. All you're left with is a heap of muzzle flash and limp ballistic performance, particularly from a big dog, such as a .357 Magnum. Hence, why Ruger's addition of a 3-inch barreled .357 Magnum LCRX is so welcome. Certainly, the lightweight Magnum falls short of producing the velocities found out of a 6-inch revolver, but not by much. Which is to say, with this LCRX you're well armed. As to its extra size, especially compared to many of the other options on this list, yes, it's larger. However, not prohibitively so. The stainless steel Ruger is still extremely concealable, and at 21.3 ounces unloaded is no burden at all. True enough, it's not as streamlined as other concealed carry revolver options. It boasts adjustable rear target sights and an exposed spur. Yet, Ruger manages to keep this all fairly unobtrusive, keeping the LCRX snag-free once you're used to the system. Colt King Cobra Carry. Unless you've lived under a rock the past couple of years, it's impossible to miss Colt is back in the double-action revolver game. The rebooted Snake gun line has started all sorts of chatter, but none more than the return of the King Cobra .357 Magnum. No longer size for duty, the relatively demure 6-round revolver has all the makings of a superb concealed carry option, particularly now with the release of a bobbed hammer model. The King Cobra Carry is nearly identical to the hammer model released in early 2019, except the spur has been shaved off and it's outfitted with a 2-inch barrel. These modifications give the revolver excellent carry characteristic, the terse barrel making it as simple to tote around as most snubby .38 specials. The bobbed hammer accentuates its already snag-free frame. Yet there are a couple of things to keep in mind with the King Cobra. First and foremost, a 2-inch barrel isn't going to facilitate Magnum performance. It won't be down to P.38 standards, but it isn't going to punch up either. Further, all that burning powder has to go somewhere, and that's in a burst of flame from the muzzle. To the hammer, well, the gun is a straight Dow, which if you're buying for carry might not cause concern. Overall, the all-stainless steel concealed carry revolver is attractive, featuring Hogue overmolded grips and a brass bead front sight and integral rear. The gun holds 6 rounds and weighs in at a very manageable 26 ounces. Overall, a great addition for the company and an excellent choice for those who prefer iron on their hip when they go armed. Rock Island Armory M206 Spurless. Not a new concealed carry revolver by any stretch of the imagination, but well worth adding to the list. The M206 Spurless is a real working man's .38 special, short on glitz and glamour and long on performance. And above all, affordable. That's a rarity nowadays, but highly welcome. How Rock Island pulls this off is jettisoning aesthetics on the steel-framed revolver and purely focusing on performance. And the plucky 6-round, 2-inch barreled double-action performs. The trigger is surprisingly smooth for an entry-level revolver. Its timing is impeccable and ramp front and fixed back sights plenty accurate. Plus it comes with some desirable features, such as checkered wood grips, ejector rod shroud and a Colt-like cylinder release. Furthermore, there's the choice of parkerized and matte nickel finishes. The issue the M206 presents, at least for some, is Rock Island does not list it as P-rated. While generations of law enforcement more than accomplish their mission with run-of-the-mill .38 special, the velocity at which it operates doesn't always play nice with modern expanding bullets. To some extent, P mitigates this issue, not always, but more so. Good defensive ammo is available for standard .38 SBC, but, especially out of a snubby, requires savvy shopping. Ruger SP101 Spurless .357 Magnum. Ruger has several rock-solid options that make dandy concealed carry revolvers. But few match the elegant nasty of this SP101 model. The SP101 gives you 5 rounds of .357 Magnum, or .38 Special, at your disposal in a manageable package. The handgun tips the scales at 25 ounces, tending toward the heavier end of carry pieces, but not bad for a single-piece, stainless steel frame revolver. That weight pays off when the gun is fired, taming the snappy Magnum's recoil, doubly so with the revolver's meaty rubberized grips. Ruger has configured this SP101 for going undercover by including a spurless hammer. The model is also available with a spur, and by rounding every conceivable snag point, including the front sight. Furthermore, its 2.25-inch barrel and 7.20-inch overall length make the double-action a breeze to keep under wraps. Of course, common with any gun that focuses on concealability, there are trade-offs. In this case, the barrel length will not allow the .357 Magnum to come close to its full ballistic potential. With that said, it will still send a load of fury downrange. Charter Arms Bulldog Dow. A surefire way of stopping a threat is to poke big holes into it. Charter Arms gives you the ability to do exactly this with its legendary .44 Special Bulldog. The 2.5-inch barreled revolver has been around for a spell, first introduced in the early 1970s, and has only gotten better with time. This includes some much-needed tweaks to the original design, such as making the front sight integral to the barrel and expanding the selection of models to keep up with prevailing concealed carry trends. The Dow is one such example. A clipped spur isn't absolutely essential for concealed carry revolvers, but it does up the odds of a clean draw each time the gun is unholstered. Not to mention, it makes the revolver more comfortable to carry. The 5-round revolver is very controllable, especially for weighing 21 ounces and pitching bullets up to 300 grains in weight. Much of this is due to the low pressure at which the .44 Special operates, and it is further helped down this road with generous grips, complete with finger grooves. Being chambered for .44 Special, however, does pose a bit of a challenge. Ammo is not as abundant as it is for the .38 Special or .357 Magnum, but for those willing to shop around, there are solid and hard-hitting options and plenty peace of mind in holstering a dog that definitely has bite.